Every year, I look forward to another set of designs and another season of growth. Over time, I've learned that the way I remember a year isn't by dates or milestones, but by what I chose to make. In 2025, that looked like 12 dresses, and somewhere in between it all, a handful of fur tote bags. Some of these pieces were exciting, some were experimental, and some were made really quickly, just to keep moving forward. This video isn't a reveal or a roundup, it's a remembering of everything I made in 2025. Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Harford, and welcome to my channel. Normally I hang all the dresses behind me and I show them piece by piece, but this year I thought it would actually be nice to go down memory lane via all the videos. I got amazing videos this year and I'm really proud of some of the makes that I did. And even though the year wasn't as productive as I would have hoped, I'm still proud of a few of my pieces. Before 2025 even started, I made a dress. It was my 2025 New Year's dress. I didn't know exactly what the year would bring, but I knew how I wanted it to feel. I wanted it more whimsical, and I wanted it to be more creative and fairy tale and flowy. This was the beginning of my Tulle era, if you will. Flowy fabric, sparkles, gatherings, twistings, whatever it is. At the time, I didn't realize it was setting a tone, but everything that came after came from this feeling. The first dress I made in 2025 was a Glitter Hearts Tulle Valentine's Day dress. I was really excited from the moment the fabric arrived. It felt like my aesthetic fully showing itself. Romantic, playful, and unapologetically whimsical. Shooting it in a studio was also an amazing experience. Seeing it styled, lit, and finished made me feel grounded in where I was headed. Dress number 2, the House of CB dupe for my best friend. She once pointed out a color she loved and I never forgot it. I kept the design of the dress she liked and drafted the pattern myself. Her reaction was the best part. That moment reminded me why I love making things for people.
It's Flopsy! I feel like a princess. This is so pretty.
Dress number 3, the red velvet corset with a bubble skirt. This dress was about pushing past what felt comfortable. I made my first bubble skirt, which is something I used to love when I was younger. I added pearls, which was new for me, and even though the pearls were cheap, I'm a little broke, it still was a really fun thing to add to my design and make it a little bit more unique, and also to make it into something that was inspired by stuff that I've seen on Pinterest. The corset didn't come without hiccups, but I was proud of how it turned out. I do wish I added more volume before closing in the skirt, since the velvet was very heavy, but needless to say, I'll know that for next time. Still, this dress taught me a lot. Dress number 4, the knit smock anniversary dress. This dress was made fast. I needed something cute to wear for my anniversary, and I was worried I didn't have anything new to share on YouTube either. There wasn't enough fabric for long sleeves, so unfortunately I had to do short sleeves. It wasn't fancy, but it was comfortable, and honestly that's just what I needed at the time. Dress number 5, this pink, sparkly, cute, whimsical short dress. This was actually a mock-up for a client of mine who wanted a reception dress in a similar style. I didn't want to waste materials testing the ideas, so I used a similar fabric in a different color. I added detachable sleeves and let the idea evolve, but for the most part my client was able to put it on and feel it and see how she liked it. I then turned it into a YouTube video and I had another model off the dress and tried to change it a bit so that it didn't quite look exactly like my client's dress. Speaking of which, dress number 6, Cassity's reception dress. This was the final dress that I was able to make for my client. This dress helped me understand something important. I love designing for Cassity. I love seeing her so happy at her wedding. But through this process, I realized I didn't want to focus on commissions. I wanted to create my own designs and share them when they were ready. Watching this dress come full circle was incredibly special. To see her on her wedding day was actually such an honor that I was able to attend. Fun fact, I actually was the one who laced her up in the dress, and I don't know, I felt like that was really special for me. Dress number 7, the AI-inspired Gunne Sachs meets Selkie dress. This dress was just for fun. I wanted something different for YouTube, so I asked AI to generate a design blending Gunne Sachs and Selkie. I don't plan to use AI regularly, but I wanted to see if I could recreate a design from an image alone. The shoot with Lisa on that sunny evening made it even more memorable. It was really fun making this out of a bed sheet and just seeing it come to life. I probably would do something different if I made my own design, but needless to say, I was able to make a pattern out of an image, and I think that was great practice. Dress number 8, the night sky dress for Safa, or the butterfly dress as I call it. This dress came from an old dream of mine, to design a dress inspired by someone's story. Safa's story took place at night during a moment that changed her life. I wanted the dress to reflect that night sky vibe, and I also was inspired by the butterfly, which I incorporated into the neckline. We ran into scheduling issues and the project stretched longer than planned. Her story will be shared later in our own time, but needless to say, I wanted butterflies on the dress, but the magnets weren't strong enough. Even so, I was proud of the design and the fit, and I learned that navy blue probably isn't my favorite. Dress number 9, my birthday dress. I do this every year, and I never know what I'm gonna make, but it's always exciting. This dress was personal to me. I wanted to revisit a pattern from 2024 and push it further. There are things I would change. I also struggled seeing myself differently than I remember. That's something I usually keep private, but I hope the dress would help me forget about it. For a while, at the beach, it did. There are lots of things I would have changed about the skirt part. There wasn't enough gathering in the second layer, or the second tier, I guess you could say. But needless to say, the idea was there and it was really comfy to wear. Dress number 10. You've never seen this one. This is made with Kiki Textiles fabric that I ordered, and I made a smock dress out of it. I had a couple issues with hemming because my needle was not made for that fabric, and I didn't have time or money or the ability to go to the store with my car broken, so I kind of just left it as is, and well, the video will be out at some point because it's in my archive of things I need to edit. Sometimes things like that happen, and that's okay. Dress number 11. The pearl tulle maternity dress. You guys have probably seen it because it's a video that was actually just posted. This dress was incredibly special. The fabric was donated by Kiki Textiles and inspired by a dress my friend once showed me. When I found out she was pregnant, I asked if I could make it for her, instead of for her to use for her clients. It was worth every moment, and congratulations to Sarah and her new baby boy. Working with pearl tulle was not the best, and I definitely need an industrial sewing machine if I ever do it again, but it was still fun to challenge myself, and also because the fabric just looks so beautiful when you actually see it, even if it's hard to work with. And before I mention the last dress I made of the year, which you guys can possibly guess what dress that was, somewhere along the line I made for Tote Bags. The fabric had been sitting for a while, and my mom and stepdad actually bought 4 and gifted them to family, but unfortunately I didn't get to finish the video to show you guys more of the final, so that video has yet to come out. However, be looking forward to it because I will be sharing the behind the scenes of making these for tote bags just for fun, and maybe if you guys want to purchase one, feel free to reach out to me because my website is under construction right now, so I won't be having them on my website until I launch it. But if you want to, just feel free to reach out and ask me, and we can always set up a different way for me to ship them to you. And the last thing I made, which will technically be included in next year's Everything I Made video, but It was technically made in 2025, and that is the New Year's dress for 2026. It's the last thing I made. I was actually sewing well into the night on New Year's Eve, took a pause to celebrate at midnight, and then I went right back to work right on the new year. So that's how I ended my year. You guys can go check that video out if you want, and we'll look forward to whatever the year brings for next year's Everything I Made video. Actually, would be this year's Everything I Made video if you think about it. Thank you everyone for watching my video, and I really hope you love going down memory lane with me to revisit everything I made in 2025. It wasn't that productive of a year, however, the very beginning of the year was the beginning of my whimsical fairy tale dreams. I think this year is going to be a really good one. Stick around, guys. Comment, subscribe, like my video, and let me know which dress happened to be your favorite, if you had a favorite. Thank you everyone for watching. For those who are new, welcome to my channel, and for those who were with me throughout the whole of 2025, I see you, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to show you guys everything that has yet to come. I love hearing from you guys. Your comments always make my day when I get them. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your January and be looking forward to a couple new videos that will be coming out soon, as well as my favorite season, Valentine's Day. I think you guys are going to want to see that. Might as well make sure you're subscribed and have all the notifications turned on because you don't want to miss it.